The new police promotional posters out. Small penis, lack confidence, bullied at school. Why not join the police? You'll get to use phrases such as, I am the law, respect my authority, tell it to the judge. Knowledge of the law is not needed and actively discouraged. Training includes practical steps in how to manufacture consent to statutory rules, intimidation techniques and legalese speak. Below average intelligence and absolute obedience to authority is mandatory. That face when the company who made Nazi gas chamber chemicals buys the company who made Agent Orange to become the world's largest supplier of seeds and agrochemicals. Give the old botty a quick once over, there's a good boy. Yes sir, thank you sir. I know my place. Sadly that's how it is. When I was a boy we didn't have things like ADHD. Keep calm and oh feck it, enjoy some crake. It was called being a little bastard. Sick dad kills himself days before Christmas after being found fit for work. Exclusive, Kevin Dooley was found hanged by his daughter after assessors pulled his employment support allowance. A chronically ill dad killed himself days before Christmas after DWP staff ordered him back to work. The DWP staff needs sacking and charging with manslaughter. Assessors stopped Kevin Dooley's employment support allowance even though a doctor said he was too sick to do his job. But apparently DWP staff outrank doctors because they're more medically trained. Oh, except that's a pack of bullshit and they're just a bunch of murdering bastards. His daughter Leanne found him hanged after the painter and decorator who suffered breathing problems caused a chronic obstruction pulmonary disease, lost an appeal. She said, Christmas will never be the same for our family. The Department of Work and Pensions should be disgusted with themselves. Over the last year, Dad's illness got worse and he got less mobile. Whoever deemed him fit for work is a disgrace and a murderer. Let's not fuck about anymore. These bastards are killing people. Dad of three, Kevin, 48, was signed off 5 years ago and made ends meet on a £70 a week ESA benefit and housing support. He wanted to work but couldn't, said Leanne, 27. DWP, the most evil bunch of satanic bastards on the planet. They need not just sacking, they need imprisonment. They need to face the consequences of what their decisions have done, because it's nothing to do about whether you're healthy to work or not. It's about getting their bonuses, and they'll make up any shit to get you off the bonus, the benefits, or the entitlements as they really should be called. Stop treating people like beggars or face hatred. Yellow vests to Macron. A group of associated with yellow vests has written a fiery open letter to Emmanuel Macron warning the French president against treating people like beggars, rejecting his national debate and demanding a major tax reduction. The missive was posted in the Angry France group of Facebook, which unites almost 300,000 supporters of the Yellow Vest movement, and was also sent to local media late on Thursday. Anger will turn into hatred if you continue from your president's pedestal. You and your associates to look at the little people like beggars and protest, warned Macron. Fat people and smokers to be targeted by adverts demanding they ditch their bad habits, while heavy drinkers will be given stern talks lasting up to 40 minutes in a bid to crack down on unhealthy behaviour, whilst at the same time we're spraying chemtrails in the air to poison you. We're poisoning all your food, we're poisoning all your water, we're poisoning everything, but we've got to pretend that we're actually looking after you. Health Secretary Matt Hancock said he wants public health ads to be targeted. He said it's perfectly health. He said it is perfectly health for most people to enjoy a nice pint if they want. He said that people must take more responsibility for their own health and choices. Well, stop spraying chemtrails, stop putting fluoride and other shit in the water, and we will do, won't we? The reforms are set to be unveiled in a 10-year NHS plan launched tomorrow. Heavy drinkers, smokers and fat people are to be targeted by way of adverts, demanding they overhaul their lifestyles, the Health Secretary today revealed. Well, I tell you what we'll do then. Put us on the same wages that you're on, with the same expenses, and we'll all be healthy, we'll all be happy, won't we? Oh no, you're not prepared to do that? No, I didn't think so, you two-faced bastard. Severely ill father hanged by his own daughter just days before Christmas after DWP assessors rule he fit for work despite doctors saying he wasn't. The DWP are an utter disgrace. I'm not going to go because we talked about it earlier. Germany legalizes child marriages performed under Sharia law. German federal court rules wedding accepted under German law if performed legally. This is the paedophiles in Germany trying to make paedophilia acceptable. That's what this is all about. Faz, 40, left, and Gulam, right, 11, sit in her home prior to their wedding in the rural Damada village, Afghanistan. This is Merkel's doing because she's one of the head paedophiles. Heathrow Airport Terminal 2 alert, armed police swoop on security gate. And it doesn't tell you actually very much in there, so I'm not going to read it out, but it was a couple of times I saw the stuff, but none of them said anything that actually happened. They just said there was a big police presence. MPs criticised NHS over failure to prescribe medical cannabis. Family of first child prescribed medical cannabis forced to follow bureaucratic assault course. There is a serious culture block within the NHS, another around medical cannabis, according to MPs. The criticism comes after it emerged that the family of the first child to be prescribed medical cannabis after its legalisation must pay almost £10,000 a year to access the privately prescribed medicine as they follow a bureaucratic assault course. For £10,000 a year, you could buy it yourself, and well, for less than £10,000 a year. But hey, you know, when we're run by Satanists, what do you expect? Coming soon, the £24 charge for driving into central London. Further attack on the travelling. London's ultra-low emission zone, bullshit, launches in April. It will cut pollution, but some argue it could price motorists off the road. That's the plan. You, Les, what you need to know. Is the zone a good or bad idea? Ultra low emission, what a crock of shit. It's the most polluted place on the planet, and that's going to make a difference? No, it's not. It just means that the thieving bastard Sadiq Khan will be robbing us more. Ta-da! That's the truth. Average UK household debt now stands at a record £15,400. Austerity and wage stagnation to blame for crisis level. Unsecured loans, says TUC. Britain's household debt mountain has reached a new peak, with UK homes now owing an average of $15,385 to credit card firms, banks and other lenders, according to TUC. Except they don't actually owe anything because they created the credit in the first place. This is bullshit. But because the system's set up to screw everyone, by design, this is the bullshit they come out with. You owe nothing because you created the money when you signed for whatever, whether it's loans, credit cards, you create the money. They then dip into your bond and then lend you the money out of your bond, and then they want you to pay it back plus interest. One of the biggest scams going. Research shows cancer patients that forego treatment live 9 years longer than individuals receiving chemotherapy. Did you hear that? You live 9 years longer if you just don't have anything done to you. However, baking soda, maple syrup, turmeric, black pepper, cannabis oil, Bob Beck device, there are numerous ways to cure cancer. Food being one of them. Stop eating the commercial shit and grow your own or buy organic. And I don't mean from supermarkets. I mean, like over in Beeson, there's an organic shop over there where you can get everything organic. Buy your food from there and you will have a better life, better, healthier life, and you'll live longer. Turning to chemotherapy for cancer treatment is a bit like Russian roulette. It could kill the cancer or it could make you sicker and result in the development of new cancers. Throughout, it's pretty much impossible to locate statistics on chemotherapy-related deaths, because if they're ruled as a result of cancer, some experts assert that chemotherapy has the potential to hasten one's death compared to individuals who forego treatment altogether. Dr. Harding B. Jones, a former professor of medical physics and physiology at the University of California, Berkeley, shares this opinion after studying the lifespans of cancer patients for more than 25 years. Jones concluded that chemotherapy simply doesn't work. There you go, from a doctor who tells you chemotherapy does not work. It has a 97%, over a 97% failure rate. Still trust chemotherapy? You're brainwashed. Microwave ovens are convenient and easy to use, but not so healthy after all. They're fast, convenient and easy to use. Manufacturers even produce packaged foods specifically for their use. What I'm referring to are, of course, microwave ovens, the household appliance that is still regularly used as part of a meal preparation and reheating in approximately 90% of American homes. Yet the food is absolutely destroyed. All nutrients, minerals and vitamins are obliterated. So you're just filling your stomach, you're getting no benefit from them whatsoever. When I found that out over 20 years ago now, I binned my microwave. Teenage girl, 13, is arrested over attack on policeman. Bullshit, the cops attacked her. As violence erupts at pro-Brexit Yellow Vest protest in London. The police were the problem. The police are the problem. Teenager arrested on suspicion of assaulting officer during Yellow Vest. Bullshit. I saw the video. The cops assaulted her. 3 men were also detained for public order offences at 11 AM, police said. Well, you can trust the police, can't you? Apart from the fact that you can't, because they lie whenever they give evidence. And I've seen firsthand and proved them to be lying bastards. Around 100 demonstrators stopped traffic and set off smoke bombs in city today. A 13-year-old girl has been arrested on suspicion of assaulting a police officer at a pro-Brexit Yellow Vest protest in London. So you see, the police can shove you, but you shove them back. Oh no, well that's assault. When they've just assaulted you first. Because the cops are crooked, as said right at the beginning of this video. Around 100 demonstrators stopped traffic and set off smoke bombs outside Downing Street as they marched through the capital during the protest. The teenager was one of 4 detained after protests on Westminster Bridge near Parliament around 11 AM. The men were also arrested on suspicion of public order offences. In other words, we just made shit up and decided to arrest them for that. Because hey, who's the judge going to believe? The cops or you? You know it's the cops, because they're all on the same team. Now, I've heard, but this isn't confirmed, that the 13-year-old girl lost virtually her entire family when a group of migrants crashed into the family car, killing her entire family. United Nations exposes chemtrails, 100% proof we are being poisoned. By now, everyone has witnessed streaks of white trailing across the sky, stretching from horizon to horizon, ultimately turning the sky into a musky haze. We can no longer ignore the fact that our skies are being heavily polluted with aluminium, barium, lead, arsenic, chromium, cadmium, selenium and silver, all of which attribute to a host of health problems, including neurological effects, heart damage, eyesight issues, reproductive failure, immune system damage, gastroenterological disorders, damaged kidneys, damaged liver, hormonal problems and more. Read that article. They are poisoning us. They are killing us. It's part of the depopulation plan that is well in its way. They're poisoning the food, they're poisoning the water, they're poisoning the air, they're poisoning us. This is what they plan to do. This is a depopulation tool, and they are planning to murder the lot of us unless we stand up and lock these treasonous bastards up, including Theresa May, Blair, Cameron, you name it, they're all treasonous bastards. Express. Secrets to living a healthy, happy life. Stop the chemtrails, stop eating poison, stop drinking poison. That's the secret. Outcry at new plot to sabotage Brexit. NHS to save 500,000 more lives by putting you on the Liverpool pathway, which is what they are doing now at all hospitals. If you're over 45, you're going on the pathway. Don't go to hospitals, they will kill you. Rooney arrested on drunkenness charge. And that's in most papers, by the way. Telegraph. Gene test for every child with cancer. Better diagnosis and personalised care as at heart of NHS to save 500,000 lives. Bullshit. Ladies in waiting. Yeah. Johnson. No deal is voters' ideal of leaving EU. Supercharged over train stabbing. Oh, suspect charged over train stabbing. Oh, well, that's good. Special Forces troops wounded in ISIL attack. How Brian May took his music to the stars. Trump refuses to back down on wall money. Plastic threatens giant of the oceans. Aye. Cheer up, millennials. Why it will become easier to buy a home. Divorce Day. Who gets what from a breakup is about to change. The hottest tech for 2019. MPs return for Brexit showdown. Students mis-sold degree courses. Winter sport break, yeah. NHS targets heart attacks and strokes in 20 billion plan. Genetic testing and artificial intelligence will help tackle major killer conditions and save 500,000 lives over the next 10 years. Government blueprint to transport health services will harness new technology and healthy living prevention programs. Healthy living prevention programs. There it is in black and white in the paper. Healthy living prevention programs. Black and white, they're planning to kill us. Biggest ever investment in mental services will help millions suffering from depression and anxiety. Well, but by the way, we're getting rid of them because we're sanctioning them and starving them to death. Fail. We'll save 500,000 more lives, vows NHS. Yeah, bullshit. Rooney arrested in US for drink fuel triade. The Guardian. May pleads for EU to give ground and rescue Brexit. De Niro on Trump. He's a racist, buffoon, a conman, dirty player. NHS to outline plans to save 500,000 lives. But we're getting rid of you because we're putting you on the pathway. Metro. Olivia the Tinseltown favourite. Drunken Rooney held by US cops. Crunch Brexit vote will go ahead, says May. Rudd puts universal credit rollout on hold. The scum. Airport cops in swoop. Boozy Roo nicked in US. Hey. 500 in NHS lifesaver. Bullshit. Golden robes. Waste of space. Mirror. Rooney US booze shame. Horror of baby in car taken by thief. Waste of paper star. The old one too many. Foul-mouthed Rooney in US booze arrest. Side stops and telly return. The Times. 1 in 4 Christmas presents bought online is returned. Millionaire rip-off drugs businessman given OBE. What a shock, not really. NHS face 11 billion budget hole despite cash boost. May says extra funds can deliver world-class care. Every child with cancer will get DNA check. There's more to that than meets the eye. I think they're taking your DNA to the finding out which kids they know, which is a perfect match for them, so they can come and harvest their organs. Financial Times. The joy of missing out allows you to do less. Europe's centre-right pins hopes on Sebastian Kurz. How kidnapping negative negotiation tactics can help win pay rise. Church splits marks victory for Ukraine. US and China under pressure to end tariff war as fresh talks open. First meeting since G20. Trump raises the prospect of deal. Backdrop of market woe. Saudi woman win right to notification by text when husband's divorced them. Tech fans seek sensory overload in Las Vegas. Dennis Healy. World events do not occur by accident. They are made to happen, whether it is to do with national issues or commerce, and most of them are staged and managed by those who hold the purse strings.